Hey guys, you probably just saw the new DC Slate announced by James Gunn on all the DC social media platforms, stuff like that. I want to give you my gut reaction. Of course, my full reaction is going to be on episode 455 of the Down and Nerdy podcast this week. If you're not subscribing to that, make sure you do that on all your favorite podcast platforms. But let's just focus on the new stuff real quick. And I'm going to kind of jump around. I think Superman Legacy is the one we got the date for was July of 2025. I believe it was July 11th. And that just seems like the right direction for Superman. It seems like they're going to take that thing in a lighter direction, a whole different direction, and just focus on the legacy of Superman, just like it says. I think that that's really, really smart. I also think it's smart to go with Batman, the Brave and the Bold, focus on the story with Damian, because that's one that we haven't seen yet. If there's anything that all of these things have in common, it's that it's stuff it's not the same old, same old. It's not the stuff that you're used to seeing every time DC decides to try and redo this universe. Again, Creature Commandos, an animated series, seems interesting because it focuses on characters like Frankenstein and things like that, and it's a team that's put together by Amanda Waller. That's going to be an animated series that sort of looks like it's going to be kicking things off for the James Gunn and Peter Safran verse of DC Studios. If I'm looking at some of these other ones, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, if you read the Tom King comic, that was a splendid, fantastic comic, and they're going to make a movie out of that, which I think is smart. We are going to get our Themyscira series. Paradise Lost is going to be that series, although some of these aren't clear that it's a series or a movie. Like Booster Gold, we know that's going to be a series. Not a Booster Gold fan, but of course I'll give it a shot, and I think James Gunn could do that justice. We've got The Authority, which if you're a Wildstorm fan, you're super excited about that, but here's the problem that I see with these so far. Creature Commandos, The Authority, Booster Gold, even Swamp Thing. I'll throw Swamp Thing in there, although most people know who Swamp Thing is. A lot of these are not names that a lot of people know. And if you're a hardcore comic fan, if you're a hardcore DC fan, you know these characters, great. If not, might be a tough sell. People might get frustrated not seeing names and characters that they recognize right away. We're still going to get Lanterns, all that. So my gut reaction, I'm glad it's not stuff that we're seeing all the time, every time we decide to redo this. My worry is patience. Going to be really important for this, and casting and storytelling going to be hugely important. And James Gunn said that the bottom line is it's all about a great story. And remember, all this stuff is connected too, except for they seem to say that Swamp Thing wasn't really connected. But again, more of my thoughts coming up on episode 455 of the Down and Nerdy podcast this week, and I'm sure I'll have more reaction here on TikTok and Instagram as well. What do you guys think of the slate?